Hi, I'm Tom Scioli, author of I Am Stan, a graphic biography of the legendary Stan Lee. Free Comic Book Day is Saturday, May 6th. And on that day, there's going to be a free comic book day version of I Am Stan at your local comic book shop. Ask your comics retailer to set aside a copy for you. In the show notes below, there is a pre-order link where you can pre-order the full book, which comes out in September. So here's an unboxing video. I talked about this Marvel Legends series of toys. I really like them. They're sort of, the sort of Kenner Star Wars model applied to, sort of like classic Marvel characters. And they're phasing out this line. This line is done. There's this, and this is, they're going out in a blaze of glory with Johnny Blaze, the Ghost Rider. And so I saw this, and I really couldn't pass it up. Just really, you can tell this series was a labor of love for the artists and designers involved. And so let's crack it open. Let's see, where's a good place to start? We got some tape here. Forgot to bring some scissors. Forget it. Let's rip it. We're not fancy. There we go. So yeah, you get the box. You assume Johnny Blaze is going to be here, and then the motorcycle is going to be over here. But it's here's Johnny. Here's the motorcycle, wrapped in tissue paper. They come with these little booklets. I wish there was something cool in here, like a little comic or something, but it's just some verbiage for like customs or something, a customs declaration. Before we reveal the super cool motorcycle, which again, I like Ghost Rider as much as anybody, but I really like the idea of having like a cool motorcycle that like all my Marvel characters can ride on. Captain America's going on this thing. But, great, pretty cool toy to have. Okay, here's Johnny. And again, labor of love, great attention to detail. In a toy line that's kind of part of the appeal is its simplicity. So when they go for broke with some of the details, it is pretty nice. I like this, the collar, the way that's cut into there. And then here's the main event. You get this sort of translucent stuff for Johnny Blaze's Ghost Rider's flaming hair, flaming skull, kind of, the ultimate sort of, there's an intersection point between comic book art, superhero art, and tattoo art, and Ghost Rider's like right there at that nexus. And so let's check out the motorcycle. This is what I bought this thing for more than anything. Okay, you got to put it together. I don't mind. And yeah, I assumed this was all, just from pictures I'd seen, I assumed it was going to all be like a uniform red plastic, but there's sort of a translucent plastic for the wheels too, and it's kind of like a rubbery kind of plastic on the wheels. So that's a nice touch. And then yeah, I guess this just snaps on there. So yeah, nice. That's my first note. This doesn't really want to stay on there when you snap it on. I guess it's on there. Yeah, it's on there well enough. If you tinker with it like that, it'll come off. But and so there it is, and it's got a point of articulation there, and the wheels turn, and and here's now all of these characters. You could spin their wrists. All these toys, or at least most of them, and here's why. Finally, we get the answer of why it was so important to add articulation to the wrist. It's so that all of them can ride this motorcycle. Now, if I were doing this line, and maybe this isn't the absolute end of it, but if I were doing this line, it's like you got this motorcycle mold, put out just like a shield motorcycle, or just like a standard motorcycle, so you can have Captain America on his motorcycle, or Wolverine. I don't know that they made a Wolverine in his sort of like 80s costume, but I don't know that they made a Wolverine of just him in like standard clothes, which would be when he'd be riding the motorcycle. But again, nice to have a red motorcycle from hell for my toys, particularly this Marvel line. Yeah, no, this is great. Again, great action. I like the sound it makes. Yeah, this is a nice addition to the collection. Nice note to go out on. One of the details, this little skull on the back. This is a pretty cool toy. Again, if a toy keeps you occupied, makes you happy for 5 minutes, you've got your money's worth, and you're ahead of the game. So yeah, this is pretty fun, worth getting. I just saw it at Target, so I mean, it's kind of fun when you're just out doing like normal shopping and you see something like this. So I recommend you keep an eye out for it. I'm Tom Scioli, author of I Am Stan, a graphic biography of the legendary Stan Lee. Saturday, May 6th is Free Comic Book Day, and there's going to be a Free Comic Book Day edition of I Am Stan. It's an excerpt of a larger book. Ask your local comics retailer to set aside a copy for you. Free Comic Book Day is their biggest day of the year, and these things go fast. So if you want a copy, let your retailer know. I'll see you next time.